Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing my time. Doing my time. Got myself a problem.
Live from San Diego, it's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Sports World Radio. How's everybody doing today? Glad you all could be with us. We got a jam-packed show for you guys today. Lots and lots to get to. I hope you guys are ready for it. We got a 2-hour sports journey for you coming up. It is Thursday, so don't forget, in the second hour of the show, Frank Sprankle will be joining us. We'll be talking a variety of things with Frank. That's what I love about Frank. He is a baseball aficionado, but he is a sports guy through and through. So we got Frank Sprankle joining us in the second hour. Today we're going to have lots of fun. Like I say, I am the host, Jeff Escow. This is Sports World Radio, only on SportsWorldRadio.com. You can hang out with us in our chat room over at Spreaker.com, Spreaker, Spreaker.com. Head on over there, get yourself an account. If you don't have one, it's free. Sign up, get yourself a free account. Type in Sports World Radio when you get yourself a free account. The show will show up at the bottom of your screen. Click the bubble all the way to the right, and you will be in the chat room. Start chatting away, typing, asking us questions. If you don't want to do that, you just want to hang out at SportsWorldRadio.com, you want to ask us a question, well, I got an idea for you. Like our Facebook page at Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio, Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio, and then you can ask your questions on our Facebook page. And while you're over there, you might as well sign our petition for me to take on Skip Bayless on a sports debate. He thinks he's the king of sports debates. Well, he's got an open challenge. Well, I take on that challenge anytime, any place, anywhere. So sign our debate once you like our Facebook page at Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. And while you're doing that, you might as well head on over to Twitter.com and follow us on Twitter at Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. That's Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. Now listen, we're having a contest for all our peeps out there. We're looking for a new intro for Sports World Radio. 60 seconds long, no curse words. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann must be in there. 60 seconds long, no curse words, and Jeff Escow and Sean Mann must be in there. Send it to introcontest@SportsWorldRadio.com, introcontest@SportsWorldRadio.com. And also, don't forget to join our sport shorts at SportsWorldRadio.com/sport shorts. You get to listen to Sean and myself and whoever else is on the line with us while we go to commercial break. So while you guys are listening to the commercials, we're continuing the show on the other side. Now you guys have an opportunity to actually hear what we discuss during the commercial breaks. And I'm telling you something. Sometimes the commercial breaks are better than the show. So head on over to SportsWorldRadio.com/sport shorts and sign up today. With all that being said, what do you say, hey, we bring in that co-host of ours, Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on there, my friend?
I'm doing well, Jeff, and welcome everybody to Sports World Radio. It's July 9th, 2015, Thursday. 7 minutes after the hour on the East Coast, 7 minutes after the hour on the West Coast. For you people in the mountain, who really cares? Figure that out for yourself, just like the people in the Central.
You rat bastard, you.
I have a bone to pick.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Ryan Dick Blazing, shut up, you moron.
He's still coming at you?
If you're tweeting about me, go tweet about somebody else, you dork.
He's still going at you, huh?
Yes, he is. He goes, tell your poor little Boston boy that the Bruins and the Celtics are going to be terrible and that the Cavaliers are going to dominate.
Yo, I got. Excuse me. Excuse me. I find it odd. Okay, and I didn't know you were going to do this, so I had no idea. I find that odd that he's attacking you
Yes.
and Josh when I am the one that got him fired.
Yes, and so he's trying to think that I had something to do with him getting fired. We probably said, it was that Sean Mann that got me fired. I'm going after him instead of Eskow.
Actually, you know what? I'm kind of okay with that.
Anyway, you want a piece of me, Dick Blazing? Why don't you just come up to my face and say it? Bring
Right.
it on, you dork.
Right.
Like you really think you know everything
And
there
I'm
is
not-
about sports?
and
Or
not
come
only
to the
that-
show. Let's hear your perspective, you idiot.
Not only that, Sean, okay, not only that, buddy, he doesn't even have the balls to show up in the chat room on the show.
He never had, he doesn't have because he's afraid. He knows he's going to get tormented by all of us, and we're going to gang up on him.
Right. Hey, this is a personal message to Ryan's dick is blazing. Okay? I'll tell you what, my friend. Come on over to the chat room. I'll even let you call in and talk on our air and see if you can dispute some of these things that we say. And guess what's going to happen? Your ass is going to get ripped just like Skippy's.
Josh says, hey, Jeff, Dick Blazing said that the Knicks should be ashamed of themselves for having Jackson in management. I got that Twitter last night, the tweet.
Yeah, but see, he's not directing any of that towards me, which is kind of fun. He's just saying it stupidly. Okay, you see what I mean? See the difference? He's directing it towards Sean. When he's talking about the Boston Celtics and the Boston Bruins, he directs it towards Sean.
Yeah, he's trying to get under my skin. Well, it won't work, you dork.
Well, obviously it is working because we're talking about it. But when he talks about the Knicks, he doesn't direct it towards me. Because you know why? He knows better.
Hey, Josh, send him a tweet and say
Don't, hey,
Radio, Jeff and Sean
Now,
want to
see?
hear his perspective. Have him call in.
See, now tell him that we'll give him a shot on the radio, but as long as he can take being ripped on the other side after he talks, because that's what's going to happen. Oh, he said he heard our rants towards him. He said he doesn't want to waste his time in the chat room.
Oh, chicken.
I don't have to say anything else.
He's a chicken. He's afraid to come in there because he thinks that he can win the debates, and then he knows he's going to lose because we're all going to gang up on him.
No, you're exactly right, Sean. He's chicken because he doesn't have the balls to come in here and face the firing squad. If he is as good as he thinks he is, then he should be able to come in here and handle us. But obviously,
sounds like somebody's dick.
Obviously, he is only as smart as he thinks he is. Because if he thought he was that good, he'd say, "Hey, I'll take you on, no problem." But he doesn't think he's that good because he won't take us on.
He's only powerful in his own way.
Correct. He's only, you know what? He's only big in his mind only. In anybody else's mind, he's just a peon. Okay? So, hey there, what's up, Laura? So, I'm directing this to you, Ryan's dick is blazing. Mr. Peon Boy. Stop attacking my producer. Stop attacking my co-host. If you had any cojones whatsoever, you'd come on the show and attack in person. But you don't have the cojones to do that. So just take your little Ryan's dick is blazing attitude and shove it where the sun don't shine. Because you don't have the balls to attack me, so you go after the other guys.
And Josh says this. He only gets a hard-on from Colin Cowherd and ESPN.
Well, I guess he's waiting for Colin to bend over, ain't he?
Hey, Laura.
Unbelievable.
Wow. All right. Anyway, going back to it, weather right now is 98 degrees. It's been a hot day today. How are you, Jeff? And I know the AC is off. You told me the weather is very, very cool.
The weather is nice.
Sunny San Diego.
The weather is beautiful out here. It's a beautiful 78 degrees with a slight breeze, sun shining. That's good for all the people at Comic-Con. They're not sweating their cojones off over there. That's what's going on there in San Diego. San Diego is crazy right now. We got Comic-Con going on. It's nuts down here. It's freaking bananas over here.
Josh, how's the weather to you in Chicago? Shout out to you. Shout out to Shaba and Laura out there in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Hope the weather isn't too bad, but I'm sure it's very humid and very hot down there in Mississippi.
Yeah, I was watching the news this morning, and these schmucks are dressed up like two morons in the news. They were at Comic-Con this morning dressing up like two schmucks. It's kind of funny, actually. One's dressed up like, what's the guy in the red suit there? Whatchamacallit plays him?
I can't remember what his name is.
Whatever the hell. It's nuts out here. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of people here in San Diego right now.
Just wanting to get ready to enjoy the great outdoors out there in sunny San Diego.
Beautiful weather for it. I'll tell you that right now. It's beautiful weather.
On Fox Sports today, our first story we get to from what I came up with this link. I talked over with Josh about this. Who are the 10 best quarterbacks in the NFL? Ready for that list here, Jeff?
Yeah, bring it.
All right, number 10 is Matt Ryan.
Number 10 is Matt Ryan?
Yes, do you agree with that? Do you think he's a top 10 quarterback?
Okay, do me a favor.
Yep.
I really wanted to see that list because, okay, you know what? Because I don't know who else is on that list, but okay, Matt Ryan is number 10. Okay. Well, who's number 9?
Send you the link.
No, that's okay. Who's number 9? Don't worry about it.
All right, real quickly with Matt Ryan. His teams have only won 10 games the last 2 seasons, but that has a lot to do with the lack of running game and poor defense. Matt Ryan is throwing for 4,000 yards the last 4 seasons and has 181.
Hey, Sean, send me that link on Facebook Messenger.
Okay, I will. I will do it right now
so nobody
since I'm
else
off.
Can see
okay,
it.
Number
right.
9, I'll get to that in just a sec. But, yeah, this is the top 10 list. And then Josh, we had our conference call today. He shook his head. He couldn't believe some of them.
That's why I want to see, because then I'll be able to tell you right away if I believe that, because I'll be able to see the rest of the list. Because number 10, okay.
There he is. All right.
Okay.
Link.
Yeah, send me that freaking link. Number 10, okay, but it depends on who's on the rest of that list. I have to see this list.
There you go, bud.
Okay,
I got it to you.
Thank you. Yeah, I have to see this stupid crap.
Ready for number 9?
Yeah, come on.
Number 9, Phillip Rivers.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Let me see something here. Hold on a second. You know, I'm a little pissed off. Especially with the number 5. That don't get me. I don't like that. Okay, you know what? This list is garbage. Okay, now that I'm looking at this list is garbage.
Josh was shaking his head when we were having our conference call.
I
can't wait for Jeff's reaction.
You know what? I'm okay with number 1. I'm okay with number 2. I'm okay with number 3. I'm okay with number 4. Screw number 5. He shouldn't be number 6. He shouldn't be number 7. I'm okay with number 8. He shouldn't be 9. And I'm okay with 10.
Number 8 is Ben Roethlisberger.
I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that.
Wes, yeah, Ben Roethlisberger on the list. I can agree with that. He's won 2 Super Bowls. This guy has also won 2 Super Bowls. Eli Manning.
Okay. He's number 7. Okay, that's really good. But I'm telling you something right now. The person that's in front of him at number 6 and at number 5 and really at number 4 don't really deserve to be there. Because this Eli Manning's got more Super Bowl rings than all of them. Especially number 5.
Number 6 is Peyton Manning.
Yeah, it's Eli's brother. Eli's number 7, Peyton's number 6.
Number 5, a guy who has 2 playoff wins.
Are you
Took the
freaking-
Cowboys to the playoffs? Tony Romo.
Are you freaking kidding me? Are you? They got Tony Romo, number 5, on the top 10 best quarterbacks in the NFL. Are you
Saw that
freaking
and I said,
kidding
this
me?
is going on the show. Jeff's gonna flip and he's gonna flip out.
Are you freaking kidding me?
No joke. No joke.
Who are these schmucks? Fox?
Fox, are you taking a page from Yahoo Sports?
There's no way in hell you could put Tony Romo at number 5 and Eli Manning at number 7, or even Peyton Manning at number 6. There's no way this guy's freaking better than. There's no way he's better than both of those quarterbacks. No freaking way. He's got 2 goddamn playoff wins. Eli's got 2 Super Bowls. Peyton's got 1. And they're number 6 and 7? Scratch my ass.
Number 4 is Russell Wilson.
That's because he's hot right now.
I can agree with that. He has 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 and 1. Number 3 is Tom Brady. Number 2 is Andrew Luck.
Uh-huh.
And number 1 is Aaron Rodgers.
I'm okay with the last 3.
But number 5, Tony Romo on the list. I saw that and I said, "Oh, Jeff is gonna
What?
flip out when he
What I want to know, what constitutes the best 10 quarter? The guy had 1 freaking good season since he's been in the NFL. and you're putting him at number 5?
Yes.
I can guarantee you. And I'm gonna the stats prove out that Eli Manning's stats are better than Tony Romo's stats, especially in the Super Bowl and playoff stat category. Especially in the Super Bowl category. Oh, how many Super Bowls does Peyton have? 2.
Eli has 2.
Eli has 2. Peyton has 1. How many does Tony have?
0.
How do you stick him number 5, you freaking morons? How do you do that?
Jeff, if you were the president of Fox, you'd say, whoever wrote this is taking a page from Yahoo Sports.
James Pirzali of Fox Sports. I want you on this show explaining yourself to me. Because you're just as dumb as Skip Bayless. Do you want to know something? I bet you dollars to donuts. When First Take comes back, this right here is one of the articles that one of the things they're gonna talk about, and Skip Bayless is gonna go freaking nuts. And you want to know something? I wish that was a call-in show because I'd get up and call in and I'd be all over that dumbass. Fox Sports, you deserve the ripping you're getting right now because that's the most stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. If anything, if you want to put him in the top 10, you make him number 10. If you want to put him in the top 10 of best quarterbacks in the NFL, you put his ass number 10. Because he's not the top 10. He ain't even freaking close to the top 10.
Romo at number 5, and he overtakes
ridiculous,
Eli
man.
and Peyton.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Jeff, I knew you were going to flip out.
Where the hell is Drew Brees?
I thought Josh had his list, and I thought Drew Brees, Josh. Yes, Josh told me Drew Brees was on the list from a different link that he went to.
Drew Brees ain't on this freaking list.
He's not on that one, but it's a different one when we were having our Skype conference call.
Well, you know what? Screw Tony Romo. He's out of the top 10. I'm sticking Drew Brees in there. You know what, Tony? You're out. See ya. And you know why I'm not taking Matt Ryan out? Because he's got more playoff wins than you do.
Skippy probably would say, I agree with that decision to put Tony Romo as one of the top 10 quarterbacks at number 5. Actually, put him at number 5 for top 10.
Exactly. Where's Joe Flacco?
Josh, you got to find that list, buddy, because he sent me a different list.
Hey, Josh, send me the other list on Facebook Messenger, please. Where's Joe? You know what? Tony Romo don't deserve to be on that list because you got to put Drew Brees on that list, and you got to put Joe Flacco on that list. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Fox Sports, I want to debate you on this right now. Mr. James Prezali or Prezili or whatever the hell your goddamn name is, I want you on my radio show right now, bitch. Because you're wrong.
Jeff, this has been a bad week, especially going back to last week for sporting journalism with Yahoo and now Fox Sports.
Because you're wrong.
Wow.
This is way wrong. I ain't sharing this, I ain't tweeting this, and I ain't sending this to nobody. Because this is wrong. I wish I was able to send an email to you so I can get you to come on the show.
And then, Jeff, you'd say, how can you put Tony Romo on that list? The guy's only got 2 playoff wins.
Where's
Super Bowl experience?
Okay, first of all. Okay. You know what, something? You know something? Me? Josh is coming in. When is Josh coming in?
After the first update.
After the first update. Well, I'm bringing him in at the bottom of the hour. Josh,
Okay.
I'm producing the show for a second here. I'm bringing you in, and I want you, after the first break, after when we go to commercial, I'm going to grab you. I want you, I want Sean, and myself to give our own top 10 quarterbacks, top 10 best quarterbacks in the NFL. And I can guarantee you that Tony Romo ain't going to be on my goddamn list. I'm just telling you right now. Okay? Because there's 2 other quarterbacks that need to be on that list before him. All right? Right? Do you agree with me, Sean?
I hear you. I have to come up with my own top 10, your top 10, and Josh's top 10.
I can guarantee you I could get Shaba to come on the freaking line, too, and he wouldn't have Tony Romo on that freaking list neither.
Jeff just can't believe.
I bet you right now that you, myself, Josh, and Shaba, and even Dr. Myth, and even Laura wouldn't have Tony Romo on their top 10 list. What does that say? What does that say about Fox? What does that say about Fox? You know what? We're running to commercial break. We're going to be doing all of this when we get back. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Really quick, before we continue, if you guys are not members of Sports Shorts, you must be, because you can imagine what that conversation was like after we went to commercial break. Head on over to SportsWorldRadio.com/sports and become a member today. That's SportsWorldRadio.com/sport shorts. Become a member today, because that conversation right there, I went off on this list. I mean, cursing and everything, and I won't do that on the air, but I did it off the air, and it was freaking awesome to let it. And joining us right now is the producer and program director of the show, who knows how to poke me and get me all riled up. Josh Lopez, you rat bastard, you.
What's up, you freaking humps?
Unbelievable. How in the wild world of sports does James Prezili put Tony Romo at number 5 when the guy has 2 playoff career wins? That's it.
When I saw the name of the guy that written the article, Jeff, I was like, who?
Yeah, find him. I want him on the show.
Send an email to him, Josh.
All right, I'll look.
Find him. I want him on the show. And Ryan's dick is blazing. If you agree with this article, you're the next one who's going to come on the show, and I'll freaking ball you out, too.
I'll look at Twitter right now and see if he said anything about the list.
Because that's a bunch. This list is wrong, okay? This list is
Tony
dead
Romo
wrong.
ahead of the Manning brothers.
You know what, Sean? Exactly. Tony Romo ahead of the Manning brothers? Are you kidding me?
I saw that before Josh, even before you called, and I was like, oh, wait till Josh and Jeff see this.
What the hell is that all about? What the hell is that all about?
He's not even a top 15 quarterback. Number 5?
Yeah.
What the hell are you smoking?
I have no idea what that guy is smoking, but he must be getting it from Ryan's dick is blazing.
Or from Skippy. Maybe him and Skippy were texting. I said, put Romo up there.
Maybe that guy has season tickets to AT&T Stadium.
Okay, so I promised you guys that we would give our top 10 because this schmuck here obviously doesn't know what the hell he's doing and doesn't know anything about football.
All right.
Obviously. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Really, the only person I'm going to take off this list is Tony Romo.
I did too.
And you know what? I'm taking Matt Ryan off this list as well. I hate to do it, but I got to take Matt Ryan off. Okay? I'm putting Drew Brees at number 10.
Oh, okay. That's a good choice.
Okay? And I'm going to keep Phillip Rivers at number 9. Okay?
Hey, hold up. Before you get to that, Sean, make a document for this.
I am. I'm already typing out my list.
Okay, so here we go. Here's my list. Drew Brees at number 10. No, you know what? Scratch that. Roethlisberger at number 10.
Okay, so Ben.
Ben at 10.
What's Sean's 10?
What's your 10 there, you freaking hump?
I put Andrew Luck at number 10.
Ooh.
My
Okay.
number 10 is Matt Ryan.
Okay, so you're keeping Matt Ryan at number 10. Okay. I'm going with Drew Brees at number 9.
Okay. Number 9, I'm going with Matt Ryan.
Okay.
Number 9, I'm going to go with Andrew Luck.
Ooh.
Okay, number 8, I'm going with Phillip Rivers.
Number 8, Drew Brees.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Drew Brees at number 8.
That's sports writer.
This guy's a jackass.
Number 7?
Number 7?
Mm.
Okay, hold on a second. Number 7, I'm going with Andrew Luck.
All right, number 7, Sean?
Number 7, I'm going to put Aaron Rodgers at number 7.
Ooh, I knew you were going to do that.
I'm going to put Eli Manning at number 7.
You're keeping him at number 7, huh?
Yeah.
Check you out.
Number 6.
Number 6, I'm putting Russell Wilson.
Darn, Jeff, same thing. I went with Russell Wilson, too, at number 6.
Mm-hmm.
I got Ben Roethlisberger at number 6.
Ooh.
Number 5.
Number 5 is...
Anytime skip. No, I'm kidding.
Hey. Number 5, I'm going to put Peyton Manning.
Wow. Number 5, I'm going to go with Russell Wilson.
Oh, I went with Ben Roethlisberger for number 5. Number 4.
Yeah, see, now I'm stuck.
Number 4.
That was tough. That was tough for me as I got down from 4 all the way down to 1.
Now I'm stuck. Oh, Joe Flacco.
All right.
Jeff,
Joe Flacco's number 4.
Jeff, are we reading each other's minds? I have Joe Flacco at number 4, too.
Aaron Rodgers, number 4. Three more to go.
I'm putting Eli at number 3.
Ooh.
Sean?
Keep me, Omaha. I said Hut. Number 3, Peyton. Man. Can't sing it well.
Number 3, Tom Brady.
Oh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Number 2 for me, right?
Yep.
Tom Brady.
Sean?
Number 2, Eli Manning.
Ooh, thank you.
Number 2, Peyton Manning.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa. Number 1,
Aaron Rodgers.
I got Tom Brady at number 1.
No kidding.
Joe Flacco.
Hey, good choices for number 1. Now we can show that Fox reporter to come out with an accurate top 10. Jeff.
So now you have all 3 of ours written down, right, Sean?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, I
Now
do.
watch this, boys and girls. I want you to send it to Josh, and Josh, I want you to tweet this son of a bitch with Sports World Radio's top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. We're all 3 of our lists. Screw him. Take a picture of it. Take a picture of it and put it out there as a picture. Screw him.
Okay, I will. Don't worry. So, yeah, because Jeff wants to debate this guy. Tony Romo, I got it number 5.
Yeah, he's not even in 3 top 10 lists on our show. Scratch my ass.
I knew Jeff was going to flip out with that, Josh.
Are you kidding me? They got him number 5. The guy's got 2 playoff wins in his freaking career. Get the hell out of here.
And both Eli and Peyton Manning.
I'm not being biased because the Ravens are my AFC representative team, but yeah, Joe Flacco, the most consistent quarterback in football every year.
Yeah, sure. The most consistent quarterback in football every year is Aaron Rodgers.
Not really.
Well, who else?
Joe Flacco, Ben Roethlisberger, Russell Wilson. Can I continue?
Well, Aaron Rodgers is taking his team to the playoffs every single year. Russell Wilson has only been there 3 years.
And so all those other quarterbacks.
Joe Flacco had a hard time last year, didn't he?
Yeah, he had no offensive line. It shows it don't matter how good you are. If you have no offensive line, you ain't doing crap.
Yeah, I like to see the offensive line of the freaking Cowboys fall apart this year.
Another story that I got from the NFL, Bill Simmons is gone from ESPN. Now so is Keith Olbermann for a second time.
Yeah, but Bill Simmons is going to has really got his own network anyway. So.
Well, here's a little bit more here, Jeff. Is it because, as has been trotted out lately, both became too expensive for a network that is ever so slightly less profitable than it used to be?
Well,
or is it because both were highly critical of NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, with the league giving ESPN a lousy slate of, quote, Monday night football games, Josh, that we talked about in our conference call, man.
Well, I actually think that they spoke the truth about Roger Goodell and got fired for it.
Yeah.
Jeff?
Well, me and Sean were talking about this before, so you know how we set up our show every time before the show starts, right, Jeff? And we wanted to do something pretty cool. So Sean wanted to run down the Monday night football games and the Thursday night games for this year. And you know how sometimes you'd be like, if it's a good game, or you go like,
okay,
agree or disagree?
Okay, so you want so if I think it's a good game, you don't want. So if I think if it's a bad game, you want me to go.
Yep.
Okay.
Here's the Monday night football schedule for this season. What do you think? Here we go. Doubleheader. ESPN, September 14th. Eagles at Falcons. Vikings at the 49ers. Week 2, Jets at Colts.
Next.
Week 3, Chiefs taking on the Packers.
That's going to be a good game.
Chiefs and Packers? Yeah, that'll be a pretty good game.
Week number 4, it'll be the Lions at the Seahawks.
Lions? Yeah.
Uh-oh. Week 5, Wes's Pittsburgh Steelers at the San Diego Chargers.
Oh, I'll be watching that game. What that's
I called it.
Is that a Thursday night game?
No, it's a Monday night game.
It's a Monday night. Steelers at the Chargers.
In San Diego?
Yep.
Hey, Wes, get your fat ass out here for that game.
Okay, week 6, Jeff's New York Football Giants at AA and Browning's Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh, so there's 2 games back to back?
Yep.
Ooh, I kind of like that. That'd be nice. Where's that? When is that game?
That is week 6 Monday Night Football on ESPN.
Monday night, 2 Monday night backs to back, San Diego and then the Giants?
Yep.
And where is that game? In Philly?
In Philadelphia.
I hope the Giants go in there and kick the crap out of them.
Week 7, Monday Night Football. Here you go, Josh. Ravens at the Cardinals.
I think it's going to be a good game just from my football playing experience. I love defensive games, so. Yeah.
I think the Ravens are going to go in there and blow them out.
Week
Next,
8.
son.
Week 8, it'll be the Colts at the Panthers. Week 9, November, Josh and Frank's Chicago Bears against one of Jeff's other favorite teams, the San Diego Chargers.
That's here in San Diego, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That'll be a good game.
Yeah, we got to get those 2 rat bastards out here for that game.
Save up your money, Josh. There you go.
All right, next.
Week 10, Texans at the Bengals.
Although it is
Andy Dalton there, Jeff.
Although it is the Bengals, though. What week is that?
That's week 10 in Cincinnati, Monday Night Football.
That could have playoff implications. That might not be a bad game. I'm taking back
the Browns and Bengals?
Yeah. Oh, Browns and Bengals?
The Bengals and the Texans.
Oh, the Texans.
Yeah.
They got no quarterback.
Well, they got J.J. Watt, though.
Yeah, they had J.J. Watt last year.
Well, now they got Clowney back this year, too, though.
And they got Vince Wilfork, so.
We'll see what happens. That might be a very interesting game. Week 10, that could have some playoff implications.
Week 11, it'll be the Buffalo Bills at the New England Patriots Monday Night Football. Week number 12. Get ready, Jeff. Baltimore Ravens at Johnny Manziel and the Cleveland Browns.
The fact that Johnny Manziel's on a Monday Night Football game is ridiculous.
The fact, you know why? You're not going to see Johnny play in the game anyway.
No,
yeah, he'll be injured by then. Next.
Either that or he'll be holding the clipboard, one or the other.
Dallas Cowboys at DJ Gary One Arms Washington Redskins, Week 13, Monday Night Football.
That's
Washington,
the only.
DC.
Yeah, that's the only game of the year I want the Redskins to win.
Week 14, Jeff. Week 14. The New York Football Giants at the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, I can't never give a tongue to the Giants when they're on. So. It's probably going to be a really bad game, but, you know, it's a Giant game.
Hey, Shabba, this is interesting, you and Laura. Week 15, Lions at the Saints.
It's not a bad game, actually.
Boring.
It could be boring. What, is that? That's a Monday night game, right?
It's a Monday night game, Week 15 in December. Lions at the Saints.
I'll tell you something. I won't be watching the end of it.
If there wasn't Monday Night Raw, I wouldn't watch that game at all.
I won't be watching the end of it because it'll conflict with Monday Night Raw.
Week 16, it'll be the Bengals taking on the Broncos.
Ooh, yeah.
That's gonna be a
That's
good
a good game right there. In where? In Denver?
That game's in Denver. Last year they played in Cincinnati, and the Bengals beat them 37-28.
That game last year was boring.
Yeah,
but
I want Cincinnati to go in there and beat Denver again because I want to see Peyton Manning not make the playoffs this year.
Well,
so Josh,
I'm not picking Peyton Manning in my fantasy team this year, Sean. Just letting you know.
So that's 12 of 17 games, Jeff, featuring playoff teams from last season, with 5 games featuring 2 playoff teams. Obviously, some of those teams won't be as good, just like some of the non-playoff teams will improve.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it, but we'll see. Hey, we'll talk more about this on the other side. We're going to run to our first update of the day, and then when we get back, we'll have some more of that talk, and then Skippy Bayless Bash Hour. We're going to run to our first break. This update is brought to you, This update is brought to you by the Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your Flipper today and never, ever touch your toilet seat ever again. Take it away, Josh Lopez, with the first update of the day.
Thank you, Jeff and Sean. Welcome, everybody. Another edition of Sports World Radio here on a Thursday, July 9th. It's 5:45 in the Central, which makes it 6:46 right now in the East. If you live in the West, figure it out for yourself. In the mountain, no comment. Let's take a look at what's going on right now in the sports world. We got the Yankees defeating the A's 6-2. The Kansas City Royals defeated the Tampa Bay Rays 8-3. And the Chicago White Sox shut out the Toronto Blue Jays 2-0. Tonight we got some baseball action as the Cardinals are at Pittsburgh, Cincinnati and Miami, Astros at Cleveland, Detroit and Minnesota, Atlanta at Colorado, Phillies at Dodgers, and in the late night game, it will be the Angels at the Seattle Mariners. NBA news. The Chicago Bulls have re-signed Jimmy Butler to a 5-year, $94 million contract. Forward DeAndre Jordan has decided to go back to the Los Angeles Clippers for a 4-year, $83 million contract. And probably one of the most ridiculous contracts I've seen today, LeBron James, 2-year, $46 million contract. Let's take a look at what's going on in the NHL. Right now, it said that the St. Louis Blues have signed Vladimir Tarasenko for an 8-year, $60 million contract. This update has been brought to you by The Flipper. Go to flipperflipper.com and never, ever have to touch your toilet seat again or flip out at Fox Sports Top 10 articles. We'll be back with more Sports World Radio after this.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell say at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration.
Genius. He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Pascal, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, so before we went to break, we were talking about what, Sean?
We were talking about the Monday night football games. Here's a list of the yay or nays for the Thursday night football games, Jeff and Josh. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. The first game, of course, September 10th, is the New England Patriots hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers on NBC.
That game's going to either be a or a good game.
They got Jimmy Garoppolo, so.
Well, it depends. Well, we don't know because schmuck Roger Goodell hasn't come out with his freaking ruling
well,
yet.
If they reduce it, Jeff, he's still serving 2 games, so he's missing the game either way.
Well, who knows?
Ahead,
maybe he reduces it to 0.
You can't. The only reduction he can have is 2 games.
He can't flat out just say, you know
it
what?
was 4 games.
I know he can't flat out say, you know what? I'm reducing it to 0. I don't think he should be suspended at all.
No.
He pulls that out of it.
If they didn't reduce Jonathan Vilma and all those players from the Saints, why would they reduce Tom Brady's suspension?
Because he's a New England Patriot and he gets preferential treatment.
Well, that's a bunch of BS.
And breaking news, too, about this. Roger Goodell has said that the decision may come next week on the suspension.
Well, I'm looking at an article that says the decision will come soon. You know what soon means? Anytime from now until freaking Christmas, you jackass.
Yeah, just like the Star Wars movies coming soon.
And you know what? Hold on a second, Sean. You know what, guys? Christmas is coming soon, too.
Oh.
All right, go ahead, John.
All right, the number 2 game on Thursday Night Football on the NFL Network and CBS. It'll be Jim Nantz and Phil Simms calling, Josh, the Broncos and the Chiefs.
Good game.
That could be a good game. Next.
You know, here's the next one that we get to. We all know that last year, Jeff and Gary One Arm went at it last year between the Redskins and the Giants. This year at MetLife Stadium, Redskins and Giants instead of being in the nation's capital.
That's a good game.
Next.
Let's see. October 1st, it'll be the Ravens taking on the Steelers.
Good game.
Next, October 8th, it'll be the Colts at the Texans.
My sentiments exactly. Next.
How about this one, October 15th? This is for you, Shabba. Falcons at the Saints.
That potentially has to be a good game. It does. Because they always play each other tight, those two teams.
Well, they can't play defense, so I'll give you that.
Next.
October 22nd, it'll be the Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers, Josh.
Blowout. Next.
October 29th, Miami Dolphins at the New England Patriots. Oh.
I'm not going to say that because that's actually my upset special of the week for that week.
Oh,
Go ahead.
He's already calling. Hold on a second. You're already calling an upset special of the week, and the season hasn't even started already?
Yeah, I do my research before the season starts,
Oh, my God.
buddy.
Check that out, Frank. He's already... What week is that, Sean?
That is, let's see, October 29th, so week, week 10, I think it is.
Oh, my God. Okay, next game.
All right, after this one, it'll be Johnny Manziel and the Cleveland Browns at the Cincinnati Bengals, November 5th. November 12th, Thursday Night Football, the Bills at the Jets.
You're going to love this next one.
Get ready for this. November 19th on the NFL Network, Jeff. Titans at the Jaguars. They got to have a Jacksonville team.
Hey, you want to know
Jeff?
something? It's a good thing it's on the NFL Network because I don't get it in the studio, so I don't have to watch it.
Or remember, Jeff, you were upset a few years ago that Jacksonville was hosting a lot of Monday night and Thursday games.
Are they hosting that Thursday night game, or is that Thursday night game in London?
That game's in Jacksonville.
Well, you know what? At least they get to host the game in Jacksonville because usually they're hosting in London.
Yeah, nobody's going to be attending the game. What a waste of time from a Sunday game to a Thursday game.
Yeah.
Screw you, Roger Goodell.
December 3rd, Packers at the Lions. December 10th, Vikings at the Cardinals. December 17th.
It doesn't. You know what, Sean? It doesn't matter who's playing on these games right now because all these games are on the NFL Network, and I don't get them, so every game's getting a.
Any more left, buddy?
Like Buccaneers and the Rams, December 17th. December 19th, when we do our NFL Real Talk, it'll be the New York Jets at the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, well, come on, Jets, but that's a.
How about this one? Thursday Night Football on Christmas Eve. It'll be the Chargers at the Raiders.
I'll get that game. That game I will get.
Special of the week.
Yeah, Chargers will win that game. Those are now when you watch that game Thursday night, folks, just watch that game knowing that those two teams right there could end up sharing a stadium. And they hate each other.
That's true. And then December 26th, Gary One-Arm's Washington Redskins at AA and Browning Masters Philadelphia Eagles. There's your list. The NFL game. As the NFL's trying to boost the ratings and look out for the safety of the players.
You want to know something? You want to get rid of the Thursday night games? Everybody stop watching them.
There, yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Well, you know what? They should play the games on Thursday nights in an empty stadium. Nobody should go. Boycott the games.
Look at Frank. Titans and Jaguars should be played in Ethiopia.
I wouldn't even play that game on a video game.
I can't believe the NFL Network is wasting all that money to put that game on TV.
Well, come on, Jeff.
What week is
very
that?
Well, that Goodell wants to boost the ratings for the Jaguars.
What week is that?
Week 15.
Is that a flex week? Will they change the schedule?
I'm not sure. It doesn't say.
Can they do that for a Thursday night game?
I don't think they can. No.
They can only change the time. They can't change the teams, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Bunch of dorks. Hey, you know something? NFL? NFL Network? You're up there as a candidate of the Rat Bastard of the Week.
What about Yahoo? I would still go with Yahoo.
Yahoo's a candidate. Fox Sports definitely a candidate.
Because of Romo.
Right.
Well, what's the name of the guy in the article, Sean?
I'm going to go look for him.
James something?
James Prezali.
Prezali,
You know what? If I am mispronouncing your name, James, too goddamn bad. Because your article, you're a moron because you got Tony Romo at number 5, you schmuck.
I just howled when I saw that. I was in tears laughing because Jeff's going to flip.
Frank's, but what? Hey, you know what, Sean? You know what? I'll do it. Frank, check this out, Frank. I want you to go look at this article and tell me, Frank, tell me what's wrong with that picture right there, Frank. Go look at that article and tell me what's wrong with that order right there, you rat bastard. Because you know what's going to happen? Frank, I want you to look at it before you come on the show. Because I know once I bring you on the phone, that gale force wind is going to start, and it ain't going to stop, so hurry up and look.
I'll say this. You'll get a better return of investment at the WWE Network than the NFL Network.
You want to know something? I have the WWE Network. I don't give a crap's ass about the NFL Network.
James Parzelli, I think it's, James. I'm trying
I might be pronouncing it wrong, but I don't give a crap, James Parzelli.
Or Ryan Stickers Blazing
Or if you wrote an article that was actually correct, I might give a rat's ass on how to pronounce your name. But right now, I don't. Okay? And until that happens, until you come on my show or our show here to prove us wrong, which ain't going to happen in the first place, but I would like to know how to pronounce your name because it's only right to give a schmuck like you the credit that you deserve, which is none for this article. But at least we can pronounce your name correctly.
Well, what he says this about Romo, Josh and Jeff. He goes, he takes a lot of heat, but he started in at least 15 games in each of the last 4 seasons. Tony Romo has thrown at least 28 touchdown passes in each of those seasons and finally got his second playoff win.
But he's got, finally got his second. You know what the key word in that sentence at the end is there? Finally. Finally got a second playoff win in 10 years. Woohoo! See, he forgot to add the 10 years in there, didn't he?
I saw that. The big word, finally.
Finally got a second playoff win in 10 years. Woohoo! He's played 15 games in each of the last 4 seasons and still doesn't have a Super Bowl. Woohoo!
And he adds more. He said before we go to commercial, he goes, he's got a career record, Jeff, of 75-48 and a career quarterback rating of 97.6.
I don't give a flying fig Newton what the hell it is. You know what?
He adds this as the ending. You may not like him or the Cowboys, but he's in the top tier of the league's current quarterback pool.
No, he's not. And you know why he's not? Because everybody in the top tier has a Super Bowl, and he doesn't. That's why. Okay?
Gotta go to commercial.
Yeah, I guess we do. We got to bring in Frank Sprankle coming up in the second hour of the show, and I guess we'll be doing Skippy when we come back. You're listening to Jeff Escow, Showman, and Josh Lopez on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back, you freaking humps.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us. And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until wait. Don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Pascal Show, man. Bring you the fastest 2 hours each and every Monday through Friday here on Sports World Radio. I can't even keep it together. Listen, guys, if you are not a member of Sports World Radio's Sports Shorts, you have to be. What just happened on the phone lines right there, right now, during the commercial break, was freaking awesome. Frank is all discombobulated over there in Chicago. Don't know what he's doing, so we don't have him on the lines yet. But we had him on the line, and he couldn't hear us, but we were able to hear him. It was freaking awesome. Okay? Become a member of SWR Sports Shorts today. And how to do that is to head on over to sportsworldradio.com/sport shorts. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. You know what that's from, right? You know what movie that's from, right?
Yep.
What? Come on. If you're going to say yeah, then you better know the answer.
Shia LaBeouf?
No, Starsky and Hutch.
I remember like the little like Vine videos of the guy Shia LaBeouf, the actor, saying, "Just do it."
Yeah. He was doing it on the green screen, but in the movie Starsky and Hutch with Owen Wilson and what's his face? Okay, they go undercover and he's using a really deep voice. Do it, do it, do it. It's hysterical. Hysterical. Yeah, he asked for a scotch on the rocks. He goes, "I'll take a scotch on the rocks. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it." Yeah, it's freaking hysterical, man. Funny. Yeah, I was cracking up.
Sean, is it that time, buddy?
Hold on. Let's see. Hold on a second now. Hold on. Let's do this live. We don't do this live on the air much, but let's see if we get that fat bag of wind. I was thinking what I wanted to say before I said it on the show. Let's see if he can hear us. Frank, can you hear us? Bing. Hey, you big bag of wind, are you there?
Frankie.
Bing. Hey, Frankie, you're a big fat bag of wind. He can't hear us. It's great. You can say whatever you want to him. Frankie, you there? Stop burping on my airways, you fat bastard. Frankie! Okay, well, I guess you know what? We'll get into the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour right now. Go ahead, Sean, do it. We'll deal with this later.
Ladies and gentlemen, and Jeff, here we go. Josh, it's the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour, and what's the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour brought to you by?
The Flipper. Go to flipper.com and never ever have to flip your toilet seat ever again.
That's right, bitches.
Let's do it. Skippy Bayless said Tony Romo is the top 3 quarterback in the NFL today.
Jeff, the floor is yours with that.
We
Hey
just
guys, what was I called?
You were called a fat wind, a bag of wind, you fat bastard.
Hey, I exercise. You should see my stomach. If we went out running, I'd kick your butt any day. I'd kick all your butts.
I hate to tell you. I hate to tell you something.
Oh, Josh just made a challenge.
But you're wrong because I'll outrun you any day of the week, you fat bastard.
Hey,
Frank. You should be. You live in San Diego. You live on the beach. You live where the sun shines. You live with the bay.
Hey,
dude,
hey,
you should be running.
Hey,
Frank.
Hey.
Frank, I got to say this. Tony Romo is the top 5 quarterback on that Fox Sports
all
thing.
right, listen, I want to speak to that. Please, can I speak to that?
Hold on, Frank. Okay, hold on.
Okay, let me ask you guys a question.
Frank, can you hear us?
Yeah.
I can hear you guys fine.
Okay.
How old's Andrew Luck?
Mid-20s, 24?
Yes, okay. He's 25. He'll be 26 on September 12th. Andrew Luck has a lot more playoff wins than Tony Romo. Think about this. Okay, hold on. We can count the wins. Let's see. A rookie year, he won 1 game.
So does Russell Wilson.
How many games did he win the following year?
Frank, so does Russell Wilson.
What?
Frank, so does Russell Wilson.
Oh, yeah, Russell Wilson. There you go.
Okay.
And he has a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
So look, all right, look at what these young quarterbacks have accomplished. And understand this. Tony Romo, he's old. He's 35, and he's won 2 playoff games.
And he's on the top 10 list, according to that Fox Sports writer.
Frank, we did our own top 10 list before you came on the air.
I heard you guys.
Okay, none of us had Tony Romo in the top 10, and I can guarantee you if we went to 15, we wouldn't have him on the top 15 either.
Okay, but the point is, you've had guys that are younger in this league.
Correct.
Guys that were in high school when Tony Romo first came into the league.
Correct.
And they won more playoff games than him.
Correct.
But
and
Frank,
he's 35 years old, and he's won 2 playoff games?
But, Frank, not according to Skippy. Skippy, from what Josh said, is at number 3 quarterback. He's a top 3 quarterback.
Skip Bayless, listen. Skip Bayless, I have reason to believe that the Dallas Cowboys, specifically Jerry Jones, is paying him this. Don't you get the sense that there's some behind-the-back business dealings?
I guess so. Josh, what do you think of that? Romo, a top 3 quarterback now.
Tony Romo's not even a top 15 quarterback.
Is he a top 25?
I'll have to sleep over there.
What did you say, Frank?
Top 20?
What did you say, Frank? Is he a top 45?
25.
Is he a top 45? I said top 25, but is the guy top 45?
Top 45, there's only 30 teams in the freaking league.
Hey, you can consider – what about backup quarterbacks?
Okay, he's better than some backup quarterbacks in the league right now.
That's the point I want to make.
Okay.
We can look at the top 45 considering there are backup quarterbacks in this league.
I'm going to say, you know what?
I don't even think Des Bryant's a top 10 receiver.
You know something? I'm going to say something, and I say it every single football year. I've been saying it every year since this son of a bitch is in the league. Tony Romo is an average quarterback at best.
Okay, listen. Who did the Lions? Listen, they beat the Detroit Lions, right, in the wild card game?
Yeah.
28-24, I think.
Okay, all right. Granted, there was controversy, but I think the Cowboys were expected to beat the Detroit Lions. You don't think the Detroit Lions as being a fearsome team in the NFL? They're not the Packers. They're not the Seahawks. Listen, if you wanted to make a statement, you go into Lambeau Field and you beat Aaron Rodgers. You did not make a statement. Nor did Tony Romo, nor did the Dallas Cowboys. They just won a wild card game at home against a team that's not in the postseason every year.
And they won't make it this
Tony,
year.
you want to make a statement, Dallas Cowboys? Beat the Green Bay Packers, beat Aaron Rodgers in his own yard.
No, you want to make a statement? Do it more than 1 year in a row.
Oh, come on, Josh. Jerry Jones just gave Jason Garrett a 5-year contract extension.
Don't matter.
For the Cowboys.
Okay, there's the word. There's the word extension again. It don't freaking matter. Okay, I don't care. I don't care if the guy signs a 10-year contract. He ain't making the 5 years, let alone the 10.
Jason Garrett should be held to as much scrutiny as John Farrell, even though he got an extension too.
Oh, gee.
You know what? I'm almost ready to make a statement that neither of them will have their jobs at the end of their seasons.
By the way, you guys were talking about the Monday night games.
You want to say that?
I think Sean mentioned the Browns and Johnny Manziel. How do you know Johnny Manziel's going to be playing in that Monday night game?
He's not.
He'll be in a wheelchair.
He'll be on the bench. He'll be coaching. He'll be on the bench, sitting there watching when the whole team's losing.
Exactly.
You know what? I've seen Johnny Manziel. I've seen a lot of Johnny Manziel wearing that jacket. You know, on that sidelines, that heavy coat.
That's
that
where
heavy
he's going to be.
Coat.
Yeah, he better get used to it.
Dude, there's a marketing tool right there because you don't see him much on the field of play.
Yeah, one bad performance in December, and look how that turned out.
And then he was on the WWE and got his ass ripped.
Josh, what's the next Skippy quote?
Skippy Bella said that
Oh, geez, the torture.
My Dallas Cowboys are a top 5 team in the NFL this upcoming year.
I have a question. How many boxes of Cocoa Puffs have Skip Bayless eaten over the last few days?
I don't know. Jeff, what do you think of that? A top 5 team in the NFL for the Dallas Cowboys.
What are you smoking, Skip?
Let's see, Skippy. Let's see. 3-8 in the last 11 playoff games. Haven't won a Super Bowl in 20 years. Yeah, come talk to me when the Cowboys actually win one.
Frank, anything?
They have one good year, and everybody's all up on the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay,
one!
Listen, they won the division.
Big deal.
Right,
they had one good year.
They won their division, but they lost to the Green Bay Packers. They defeated the Do you consider the Detroit Lions to be a fearsome team?
No, they're barely going to get 5 wins this year.
All of a sudden,
Jeff. Go ahead, Jeff.
all of a sudden, Tony Romo has one good season, and everybody's calling him a freaking a Hall of Fame quarterback. Scratch my ass.
Okay,
Let him see if he can do it 3-4 years in a
Romo.
row.
With all due respect to Matthew Stafford, who he defeated, who was the counterpart of Romo in the wild card game, is not in the class of Aaron Rodgers.
I don't care. I don't care. The Dallas Cowboys had one good season after they sucked for 20 years. One. And everybody is saying that, they're going to be in the Super Bowl. Scratch my ass. One good season. Don't make a freaking team.
Quarterback, I consider to be a good quarterback. But listen, Rodgers is an elite quarterback. You did not go in to Green Bay and defeated the elite.
Smoking Ronnie, wherever you're listening, pal, you better hope and pray the Cowboys win every game, because I'm telling you, you don't, Jeff's going to come right after you and say, where's those ribs?
It's going to be over. It's over after week 1.
Hey, Jeff, are you willing to put Listen, are you willing to put Sports World Radio at stake if the Cowboys finish the season perfect and win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I've already
not do the show again.
That's already confirmed.
It's already confirmed. It's done.
All right, so it's been edged in stone.
Done. Because you know what?
Skippy call before we head to break. Skippy Bayless said that he can destroy a car quicker than Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay.
I was there in person, guys, and I don't even think Skippy can even break a window.
You know what?
Or break the car.
Skippy.
He can't break anything.
Skippy, the only way.
Question. Do you think Skip Bayless would ever be the same if Brock Lesnar gave him the F5?
No. You would never.
You would continue to twitch.
You would never.
When he's on his stool
Jeff,
during
you
the
had
show.
something to add there, right?
You would never see Skip Bayless again if he got F5'd.
Wait. So hopefully you're rooting for Brock Lesnar to give him an F5.
The only way Skip Bayless is going to destroy a car faster than Brock Lesnar is if he ran it into a brick wall. with Skip Bayless driving.
Brock could throw Skippy to the crowd.
With Skip Bayless driving it.
Okay, listen. If Skip Bayless thinks he can compete in the WWE, then I want to make a proposal here. I'm going to make a proposal. Skip, you could take on anybody in the WWE. I don't care who it is. But the match is going to be unlike what we've seen before. I want to see you against a superstar of your choice in an Iron match, Hell in the Cell.
That's right, because you talk so much smack.
Iron match inside a Hell in the Cell.
And I know, Josh, before we go to commercial, you just sit there shaking your head saying, oh, these stupid wrestling comments. Wow.
All right,
let's do the WWE, and Skip Bayless a year ago was not discussing the WWE, was he?
No, let's run to break. You're listening to Jeff Escow, Showman, Josh Lopez, and Frank Sprankle on
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back, everybody. Sports World Radio here on a Thursday, July 9th. We do the show every single Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. in the East, 5 p.m. in the Central. And if you live in the mountain,
who cares?
Yeah, there you go.
Why do you have to figure out everything? Don't you people use your brains once in a while?
All right,
the show's at 3 p.m. on the West for us people that live in the West.
Hey, what time is it across in like Australia or something like that?
Who knows?
It doesn't matter.
What
Anyways,
about Honolulu? What about Honolulu, Hawaii?
Who cares about Hawaii? Let's get back to the Skippy quotes.
Back to the Skippy quotes. Here we go.
Skippy Bayless said that
the torture.
My St. Louis Cardinals better pick up their game.
Skippy, you're the one who is always relying on the Cardinals. Wasn't it you that just said that they were going to sweep the San Diego Padres, and look what the end result was?
Yeah, that didn't happen.
It didn't
No,
happen,
it didn't.
Skippy, so suck it.
And you know what? By the way, 2 out of 2 against – I'll say this for the Cubs. To take 2 out of 2, granted, I was hoping it would have been 3 out of 4 as we saw last night. Well, we didn't see. Great. I'll tell you what, that was a great baseball game last night. Great baseball game, but respectable if you're going to take 2 out of 2.
Well, maybe the Cubs got a shot at the wild card. Who knows?
They do. I think that's the only that's the best option if the Cubs are going to be a postseason
Trying to
team.
end 107 years of misery. Next Skippy quote.
Skippy Bayless said that Alex Rodriguez should be in the All-Star game this year.
He doesn't
Alex
deserve...
Rodriguez should be away from baseball. I just said it.
Yeah, boot him out. Guy's a loser. Boot the guy out. He's a troublemaker.
Yeah, you know what? Pete Rose should be in baseball, not Alex Rodriguez.
Put Pete Rose back in baseball and boot little Aroyd out of there, idiot.
Hey, we do not throw out allegations of PED use on air. Just reminding everybody.
He admitted. Didn't you see?
Yes, I understand he did before, but let's not throw out claims without evidence that he's doing it right now.
Oh,
that's all I'm
crying
saying.
out loud.
I don't care if he's doing it right
Let's be
now.
professional
Cheater,
here.
always a cheater.
Yes, I agree with you, but that doesn't mean he's doing it right now. Let's be professional.
He's a cheater. Move to the next subject.
Yeah, the Patriots are too. Next,
Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, the flake trick. Next, Skippy Bayless said that
Oh, God.
my Los Angeles Kings will win the Stanley Cup next year because they make great free agency moves.
Well, it's going to take a lot more than free agency move.
Yeah, I agree with you, Frank.
Dude, it's a rebuilding mode for the Kings. Look, if you go from winning the Stanley Cup one year to not making the playoffs, a 16-team pool, you don't make the 8 in your conference, that says a lot.
I have something to add about that.
All right.
Anybody but the Blackhawks and the Kings, I'm fine with. Just boot the 2 out so I don't have to see them in the cup.
Well, you understand why the Blackhawks are continuing to be in these cup finals. It's because it's not a fact that they get a bunch of free agents. They rarely don't, actually. They're usually the ones that are having to put away town for salary issues. But the Hawks continue to make these playoff runs because they are good with their developmental brand in the AHL.
Yeah, Rockford.
Crying out loud. Yeah,
and they build from within.
It's like the Green Bay Packers, dude. That's like the Green Bay Packers.
Still lucky from 2013. I still haven't gotten over that.
4 games to 2. End of story. You can't be lucky if you went by 2 games.
Get over it. Life is great.
I can't get over it.
Well, get over it.
You're weird, dude.
All right, Skippy Bayless said that my Dallas Cowboys should have some representation on next year's WrestleMania.
Screw
That's
you,
gonna be
Skip.
At AT&T Stadium.
Screw you, Skip.
Oh, my God.
He's probably saying how happy he is that the Cowboys were trying to help the Mavericks, so they want to help the WWE.
You know what?
I'll be down there representing Sports World Radio, and I'm sure if I run it to Skippy, I'll give him a piece of my mind.
You know what? I get that. You know what? That's a great idea, Skip. Have Tony Romo be the representative.
Yeah, there you go, dude. Then we'll see the F5.
Or, say goodnight to his career, you dumb idiot.
Hey, you know
How
what?
about
Undertaker
F5
should,
Jerry
dude.
Jones?
Undertaker should face Tony. Oh, you know what Tony Romo should face? He should face Taker next year. There you go.
Dumbasses.
Gosh,
He'll be a dead man walking.
Bunch of dumbasses.
Another Skippy quote. Skippy Bayless said that he could be any of the guys that are in this year's home run derby.
Yeah, okay. Dude,
Is he really saying this stuff? Because I find it hard to believe.
Well, I don't spend not half of my day, but I do spend a portion of my day having to write this crap down. And I'm looking at the screen with the quotes that I have right here. So, I mean, I keep getting this question.
Why does he say
Frank.
stupid
He thinks
crap?
He can beat anybody. Yeah.
Okay, let me ask. Can Skip Bayless even hit the ball out of the infield? Can Skip Bayless even hit the ball down the respective baselines? Can he hit it even back to the pitcher's
Have you ever
mound?
seen the movie? Yeah, we've all seen the movie Major League. You know, like when Willie Mays Hayes is swinging and he keeps hitting the net. Push-ups.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Willie Mays Hayes in the first movie. Wesley Snipes who played him.
Major League.
You rotten bums, you overpaid weenies. Wild thing, you make my butt sting.
Dude, I would like to see Skip Bayless hit the ball out of the infield.
It's funny when the manager says, you may run like Hayes, but you hit like shit. Anytime you hit the ball up in the air, you will be
That's Sean's favorite line.
Next Skip quote.
All right, Skippy Bayless said that having the All-Star game in Cincinnati is a joke.
A joke? Listen, Cincinnati's not hosted a game in 27 years. This is the first time in the Great American Ballpark, and Cincinnati is home to the first ever Major League Baseball franchise, the Reds, established 1869. It's a joke.
What is he going to say next year?
He'll probably say San Diego's a boring town. Why have the All-Star game here?
I hope do you think they're going to the All-Star game this year?
I have no idea.
No, Skippy's ready to get back to work probably on first take because he had too much vacation time.
Probably get ready for the Cowboys season.
And then one last Skippy quote. Skippy Bayless said that Stephen A. and Skip Bayless should win an ESPY award when they come back this Monday live on ESPN.
Why? Why? For dumbassery?
Yes.
Schmuck.
Because he thinks and believes that
the long anticipated return.
Yes, the long anticipated return, Jeff, and get ready.
I'm not waiting for it.
By the way, before we go, Josh, you got to read the disclaimer about the debate.
Oh yeah, that's right. So basically, we're gonna have the debate. Jeff has decided that he would like to do it wherever Skippy wants to do it. So Skippy will feel comfortable in his own environment, and that Jeff comes on and makes Skippy look like a schmuck on his own platform, basically.
Correct.
So if you sign a petition, I think we have the petition. I'll put it in the chat room in a little bit, but sign a petition. Yes, in a debate with our own Jeff Escow against Skip Bayless from ESPN2's First Take. For those that ever heard of Skippy Bayless Bash Hour, basically I spend time throughout the morning and write down the quotes that I hear from the schmuck, whether he's on radio or when he's doing his TV show, or I find some old Skippy quotes on YouTube that I use on the show. And basically, for example, Skippy says "my" this a lot of times. For example, so let's say like Skippy Bayless said that "my." There you go. And then basically either Jeff or I will tell him, Skip, shut up.
And I
don't forget you get free brats, too, for coming to the debate.
Frank and I will bring the brats and the beer and the hot dogs, and we'll do the cooking when this whole thing's going on. What about the moderator? Who's going to moderate this debate?
Neutral. It's got to be neutral.
Josh, do you want to moderate it?
He's
not neutral.
But how am I not neutral?
Stephen A.
I
ain't
do
neutral.
the show, don't I?
Yeah, but we have ties to Jeff.
It doesn't matter who moderates it. I'm going to kick his ass either way.
Okay, I want Stephen A. to moderate.
Take another vacation.
Well, hopefully we can do a demo Skippy versus Escal debate on our Halloween show this year.
Yeah, that'll be kind of fun. We haven't even told Frank about that yet.
Yeah, you have to tell me during break.
That should be kind of fun. And speaking of break, let's do our final update. Okay, and we'll go to a break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk some more sports. Everybody be quiet. I'm not hanging up on everybody. This update is brought to you by The Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your Flipper today and never, ever touch your toilet seat ever again. It's The Flipper, and it's at flipperflipper.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the final update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. We move to Major League Baseball on this Thursday afternoon. Here are the games in progress right now. The Cardinals taking on the Pirates right now at PNC Park, a big game and a big series to end the first half of the season in the National League Central. The Astros taking on the Indians, the Reds at the Marlins. Afternoon action in MLB, the Yankees over the Athletics 6-2. White Sox, they shut out the Blue Jays 2-0. The Royals, they continue to keep on rolling at home, 28-15 overall at home. They blow out the Tampa Bay Rays by a score of 8-3. Other action today, the Twins hosting the Tigers, Braves at the Rockies, Angels at the Mariners, and lastly, the Phillies taking on the Dodgers. In the NBA, of course, DeAndre Jordan has decided, heck with Dallas, I'm going back to the Clippers. He signed a 4-year, $83 million contract, leaving Mark Cuban very upset with Chris Broussard. According to a report, Chris Broussard had reported to his sources, that Mark Cuban was in a car driving around Houston looking for DeAndre Jordan's address. Interesting story. LeBron James, of course, decision made. It wasn't like going on TV with Jim Gray. He made a decision today, and he said, I'm signing a 2-year deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers to try to end a long championship drought and get a championship back to Cleveland. The deal is worth $23 million. And, of course, they have a player option for that second season. So those are some of the big headlines in the National Basketball Association. In the NFL, big report here. Roger Goodell expected soon to make his report. According to a report from what I heard, is that it would be next week that he would decide to possibly come out and say, will Tom Brady be serving the 4-game suspension that we'll all be asking, or will it be reduced to 2 games? Time will tell. And then, according to another report, was the top 10 quarterback, according to Fox Sports. Tony Romo at number 5? That doesn't make sense. This concludes the final update for Sports World Radio. This update is brought to you by The Flipper at flipperflipper.com. When we come back from this commercial break and update, more Skippy Bayless Bash Hour with Josh Lopez, Frank Sprankle, Jeff Escal, and Sean Mann.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Frank Sprankle joining us like he does each and every Tuesday and Thursday in the second hour of the show. Frank wants to tell us a story. Go ahead, Frankie.
Yeah, I would like to tell you guys a very interesting story. It's one of those stories, I can't believe it happened to you. It sucks to be you. And thank God it wasn't me. One of those stories. Okay. Saturday night, I was coming back home from watching the Chicago Cubs, my favorite team, defeat the Miami Marlins 7-2. Also, fireworks after the game, the first in Wrigley Field history. Well, actually, the second in Wrigley Field history, going back 100 years. When I'm on the Kennedy Expressway, and trust me, it's I-90-94. Josh knows what I'm talking about. When I was rear-ended on the Kennedy Expressway.
Okay.
By the way, I was rear-ended. I had my first car collision in 10 and a half years. Now, I'm happy to report that there were no injuries. The driver behind me totaled his vehicle. It took an hour for Illinois State Police to respond because there were other people that were involved in motor vehicle incidences. And understand, too, it is Independence Day night. It falls on a Saturday. You figure out the rest. So anyway, Tuesday, I had to take my car in for damages. Now, please note, I wasn't held liable because it wasn't my fault. I was rear-ended. So I had to take my car in for damages. And by the way, I feel bad for the driver. No intention, but he's got to be held liable here. So I take my vehicle in for the damages. It's currently in the shop. I had to opt for a rental car because I do have a life, 2 places to go, people to see. And not having the rental vehicle 5 minutes, that vehicle was rear-ended as well. I was rear-ended twice within 72 hours, and both car collisions were not my fault.
Did you get another car?
No, I'm waiting for the police report on that. Then I got to take it back to Enterprise.
Oh, my God.
So I was rear-ended, not at my fault, twice within 72 hours, and the rental car that I had picked up, I only had that 5 minutes when I was rear-ended.
Way to go, Frankie!
Well, Frank!
Dude, I had not had an accident in 10 and a half years until Saturday night.
Well, I know not to get in a car with you now.
Dude, I am bad. Dude, maybe I should be off the show. I may be bad luck here.
Well, no, I just know not to get into a car with you now.
Dude, I'm cursed.
Damn right you are.
So I had to tell you that story because thankfully everybody's okay. The driver on Tuesday took responsibility. It was a beautiful day. He was seeing his friends, waving to them, and sure enough, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
As long as Frankie's okay. You okay, Frankie?
I'm fine. But the fact is, this is the equivalent of lightning striking me twice in 72 hours or less.
Did you play the lotto?
No, I don't play lotto.
Well, maybe you should have.
Dude, you know what? There were people working on my house here Tuesday. They said the same thing.
Well, then maybe you should, huh?
So to let you know, I am fine, but I was in 2 rear-end collisions in less than 72 hours, and on top of that, a rental car that I had only had for 5 minutes was rear-ended when I came to a stop.
That's funny.
It is. You know what? It really is. And, you got to laugh at these. There was no malice here, obviously. There was no alcohol. There was no influence of any substance. Everybody's okay. Responsibility was taken. You know what? Here's the thing. Those that I'm going to call over the weekend the 2 people that rear-end me just to figure out, just to see how they're doing, because I care about them.
That's funny.
I know it is. But that's true. It is true. I got police reports to confirm it.
Wow.
Frank, I'm just glad that everything is okay for you and you were safe and sound. You know, it's gonna happen.
I was a little pissed off. And by the way, I showed my frustration to some people on Tuesday that I shouldn't have. I want to apologize to all of you.
But don't worry about it, man.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I know, but here's the thing. Do you expect to be rear-ended twice in 72 hours?
No, but hey, some people have that luck.
Happens to everybody, Frank.
Wait, why would I play Lotto? I mean, really, play Lotto. Wait, isn't playing Lotto good luck?
Yeah, but come on.
But I have bad luck.
No, I know, but not many people get smacked in the ass twice in the 72-hour period.
Dude, you know what it felt like? Seriously, it felt like bumper cars.
Well, maybe you should play Lotto then.
Dude, maybe I should. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go. There's a county fair not too far from me. I'm going to go on the bumper cars.
You're going to go on the bumper cars.
Dude, it felt like, seriously, did you ever go on bumper cars in your life? Both of you.
Yes, I have.
That's what being in a rear-end collision is like. It's like literally you're on the bumper cars at the old county and state fairs.
Yeah, I know. But you're not. When you get hit in the front, you're not getting hit. When you get in the back, you're not hitting anybody in the front unless you are.
By the way, I was driving on both occasions, obviously.
Correct.
But I'm just happy that everybody's okay. And obviously I was a little bit Tuesday, I just found it odd. Any questions? I'm willing to meet the firestorm that is the mass media. By the way, good thing TMZ did not get a hold of this. Any questions?
Oh, that would have been great. I would have liked to see that.
TMZ got a hold of it?
I would have liked to see that.
39
I may end up on TMZ one of these days.
39 minutes after the hour, here's one of the big stories that we got here, Frank. I'm just glad that you're safe and sound. Mark Cuban continued to deny a report from ESPN's Chris Broussard that he was desperately driving around on Wednesday night looking for DeAndre Jordan's address with an offer that he would give $100,000 for any proof that Broussard may have. Here's what Chris Broussard said in a tweet. To Mark Cuban, you didn't fly to Houston to text all night, did you? Mark Cuban came back with this. How about this? You post any proof I was calling, texting his friends, asking anything, I give $100,000 to charity of your choice. That was Mark Cuban upset with Chris Broussard after what has been a war of words between Cuban and Broussard.
Dude, it seems that everybody's upset at somebody these days. Listen, I got into 2 rear-end collisions, and I'm not upset with the drivers.
Hey, Cuban, you got more fish to fry than being angry with Broussard or what he said. You better get yourself a center.
Dude, what is with everybody being... Dude, I'm telling you, the summer heat is catching on to people.
Oh, it stresses me out. And then, of course, adding more to this, Frank, I got to ask you a question. With DeAndre Jordan, Jeff, and Frank being gone, Jeff, you said a center. Anything else for Dallas? I think this is a team that's going to be rebuilding for a long time. And you know Mark Cuban doesn't want that. He wants to bring more championships to Big D. That's exactly what he wants to do.
1 championship is better than 0, obviously. But if you look at Mark Cuban and his tenure as Dallas Mavericks owner, besides winning 2011, the NBA championship that year, you don't think of Mark Cuban as being a championship-oriented owner like a Robert Kraft, let's say. He's not even in that category. He's obviously a publicized owner with his antics and his character and whatnot, but the guy's not predominantly a championship owner. He isn't.
Tell me, Jeff, one thing. Rick Carlisle, is he gone next year?
Well, they didn't make the playoffs this year, right?
They did make the playoffs. They ended up getting booted out in 5 games in the quarterfinals against the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, they gotta make it to like a semifinals for him to keep his job. I think he don't do that.
Well,
He's
yeah,
done.
they add this. The Mavericks can only hope, though, Frank, that Coach Rick Carlisle, who has been good company man while dealing with all the front office disappointments since the 2011 NBA championship run, will stick around for the rebuilding project.
Let me ask you this. Rick Carlisle, even if he were to be fired or resign, whatever the case may be, Rick Carlisle can leave Dallas with a lot of great accomplishment here because understand this, they won the NBA title 4 years ago when it seemed that everybody was on the Miami Heat bandwagon, because remember, it was the first year of the Big Three experiment. That didn't prevail. So guess what? Rick Carlisle, he's got a lot to hate. Rick Carlisle, listen, is there any pressure? No, he's already accomplished enough.
The floor would be open, though, Jeff, for other coaching positions for Rick Carlisle if he does not get retained next year as Mavericks coach and he gets fired.
Beats the hell out of me.
Unfortunately, the Mavericks had more that they had to deal with. They had to deal with Rajon Rondo, who came from the Boston Celtics. It was a pretty bad situation because Rondo had to sometimes sit on the bench and didn't pay attention to Coach Rick Carlisle throughout the course of the 2014-2015 season.
That's why he's gone, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's gone, so it doesn't matter what he did. He's not there no more.
Here's what this adds to, Frank. In a span of a day, the Mavericks went from firmly believing they had the foundation of the franchise's future in place to facing rock bottom. You might as well hit rock bottom now and try to bounce back as soon as possible to be a threat in the Western Conference.
Western Conference is the best conference in the NBA. All right, look at how many titles have been won in the Western Conference over the last few years, with the exception of the Miami Heat. Why don't we go back to 2011? The Mavericks, the Spurs, the Warriors recently.
Right.
I mean, you got the Spurs with all their titles. The Lakers, maybe not effective, but they're out of the Western Conference, have won titles. The Western Conference has been the cream of the crop the last 15 years.
Right.
Moving to the other side, the L.A. Clippers getting DeAndre Jordan. Frank, we're going to talk a little bit about this after the final commercial break. What's your thoughts, Frank, about this? This was a big thing for the Clipper players. Some of them to fly on a plane and just talk with them and say, reconsider your decision. Come back to the Clippers.
They know that they need DeAndre Jordan to keep up in what is going to be a tightly knit Western Conference, because you got the Golden State Warriors. They've won the NBA championship. The Clippers, they seem to have been a title contender the last few years. You still have the San Antonio Spurs. As long as Greg Popovich is coaching that team, they're always going to be a title contender. Granted, they're getting older. The Western Conference is stacked. Look, if you don't have DeAndre Jordan, you could have Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, and all, but you need everybody to compete with the tough teams in the West.
And I think the Dallas Mavericks, right, they're done. I think this is a team rebuilding. They're not the same team. If you watch the way the first round of the playoffs went, they're slow. They can't move. This is an old team. Mark Cuban needs to have some kind of a plan to get things back to normal. Otherwise, you're going to start seeing a Mavericks team return to the days of the 90s when they were just basically the laughingstock team before they made it to the playoffs starting in 2001.
Well, he's got $20 million to play with right now, so
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
And on that note, we got to go to our final commercial break of the day.
Listen to Jeff Escott, Frank Sprankle, and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escal, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest sports talk each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. in the East, 3 p.m. in the West, and if you live in the mountain,
who cares?
4 p.m.
Look at 4 p.m. Last segment of the show here, 48 minutes past the hour, almost out of here. Where we going next, boys?
LeBron James has made a decision, and that is he has agreed to a 2-year contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Jeff,
big deal.
$46.9 million.
Yeah, well, that second year is an option where he's going to opt out so he can sign another contract the following year for $50-some-odd damn million a year. You know something, LeBron James? I don't think you want to win a championship as much as you want all the freaking money.
What do you think, Frank?
I think he does want to win the title.
If he wanted to win a title, then he'd go to a team that can win a goddamn title.
Here's the thing. Do you think, let's say Cleveland wins the title in 2016. Let's say it happens.
Oh, please.
Don't you think then LeBron James will have to be the highest paid player in the league?
He will be.
Okay, I've delivered on my goods. Now you owe me.
Okay, according to the league and the rules and everything, he will be because he's got all this seniority and all those years, so they pay him like that. So he will be the first $50 million player a year.
I think, in my opinion, that I agree with Jeff. It's mainly all about the money for him. That's the only thing he cares about. And, of course, he had visited with Kevin Love, who wanted, in my opinion, a lot of money, in which that's exactly what ended up happening because Love signed. And it shocked me, too, that he got a 5-year, $113 million
I'm going to say something to you. The only NBA player, actually there's two of them, the only two NBA players that went to a team for a championship and not the money, the only two, David West and Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan signed a 2-year contract for $10 million.
And he's been one of the best leaders of any NBA team.
You don't think he deserves the same pay?
Years.
You don't think he deserves the same pay as LeBron James?
Oh, you better believe he does. First of all, he's been in the league longer than LeBron James. He has won titles before LeBron James came into the league. He may not be the superstar. He may not be the model. He may not be the brand that LeBron James is. But Tim Duncan has meant so much to the Spurs winning NBA titles consistently. He deserves a lot of money. He deserves probably to be one of the highest paid players in the league.
That just proves to you that Tim Duncan is not playing for the money. He's playing, for NBA championships because he only signed a 2-year contract for $10 million so his team can have more money to go out and sign other players so they don't go over the salary cap. Unlike LeBron James, who now has the Cleveland Cavaliers as the highest payroll in the NBA and the team that's the most over the salary cap. Do you know that the owner, what's his face of Cleveland?
Dan Gilbert.
Dan Gilbert. Do you know Dan Gilbert is going to pay more in luxury tax at the end of the year than some of the team's salaries put together?
It's interesting you bring up Dan Gilbert.
And whose
Jeff,
fault
is
that?
He says in the story real quickly. He says he's showing a willingness, this is Dan Gilbert, to shell out major money to keep his biggest star surrounded with quality players.
Whose fault is that? Yeah, but the problem is LeBron James ain't paying the luxury tax.
Frank, what's your thoughts?
Listen, for somebody such as Tim Duncan, who will only be paid peanuts compared to what LeBron James and some other players in the league goes, that says a lot. That says that he cares more about the team.
That's correct.
To him, there's no I here. It's about team.
Correct.
And that's something I have great respect for.
And LeBron James is all about me, and I. What can I get? What can I get? What can you do for me?
Okay, then if that's the case, then we shouldn't be rooting for LeBron to win a title for Cleveland.
I'm not.
I don't plan to. James even added this. He says, I am motivated ever because I want to bring a championship to the city of Cleveland because it has not seen a championship since 1964.
Okay, if that's the case, then why are you making your team go over the salary cap so much?
That's a good question.
Because they're not doing it because if you were not on that team, they would not be doing it.
Exactly.
If you were not asking them to do it, they would be not. If you were not actually, not asking, because I know you're not. If you were not forcing them to do it, which you are, they would not. He's going to pay more in luxury tax than some NBA teams pay in salary with with everybody on their team in salary. That's ridiculous, LeBron. And you know what, LeBron? I don't blame Dan Gilbert. I blame you because you're forcing him to do that. If you want to win a championship, I got an idea. Do what Tim Duncan's doing. Take a salary cut so your owner doesn't go over the salary cap and is forced to pay millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars that he could have had in revenue.
My question, too, though, Jeff and Frank, have you heard anything about Cavaliers coach David Blatt? Is his job secure, or are they going to let him go?
So far, from what I understand, he's still the head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay, but let me ask you this, Jeff. Isn't it a good side that he is, that for Blatt, personally, that he has lasted this long? He has lasted beyond the draft. Now you're in the summer league games. You're in the free agency whoopla. For Blatt, for him to last this long, the odds of him staying in Cleveland are better now than ever.
Yeah, but he didn't have anything to do with the free agency at all. Nothing. It was Gilbert and LeBron, and that was it.
My question, though, too, is maybe LeBron is saying to Dan Gilbert how he really feels about David Blatt. Like, I like him, I want him back next year, or it's time to let him go and get Tyronn Lue to come in and take over as head coach.
I think Tyronn Lue is coaching that team anyway in the background.
Pretty much.
But, LeBron, if you really are all about your team, then why are you forcing them to pay all this money?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Why are you forcing them to pay? You know what's going to happen? The concession stand prices are going to go up and up and up and up and up, and people are going to pay $400 or $500 for a shirt just so you can recoup some of that money. Now you're ripping off your fans.
Frank, I have to tell you this too. If the Cavaliers with LeBron, we got about 5 minutes left before we have to call it a day and get ready for tomorrow's show. But I was going to ask you, Frank, if the Cavaliers don't win a championship with LeBron signing these contracts, this continues to it'll hit them more for the city of Cleveland that's itching for a title.
He's going to opt
out. And then they'll
out.
probably say LeBron is a bust.
He's opting out next season anyway after this season's over so he can get more money out of the Cavs.
That's right.
Does that make any sense?
Okay, well, then here's what we'll say. LeBron James is using the Cleveland Cavaliers so for his own financial gain.
Exactly. He could give a crap's ass if he wins a championship there. He's using the Cleveland Cavaliers for his own financial gain. Exactly.
I want the money. I want the money.
Because if you were all about the championship, you'd be doing what Tim Duncan's doing because you already made your millions and millions and millions of dollars,
Okay,
LeBron.
let me tell you about Michael Jordan. Guys, you know about Michael Jordan, don't you, when he played with the Bulls?
Yep.
Do you know how Michael Jordan negotiated his contract? And it was simple. Do you know what he did? He would give the Chicago Bulls a blank piece of paper and a pen and say, write out what you think I am. I will sign for it.
True.
Take a lesson from Michael Jordan. Because Michael Jordan realized, look, I'm about winning championships. I'm making more money in endorsements anyway. That whatever you think I'm worth, you pay it for me, and you paid me, and I'll accept it.
Exactly right. But no, he's money hungry. How much more money can you have, LeBron?
He probably thinks, as much as I want, because I want to be the richest guy and the best player in the world.
It's ridiculous. I don't care if you're the best player in the world. You're getting a reputation that you're money hungry, and you're only playing for the money now. You're not playing for championships, because if you were playing for a championship, you'd be on a team like the Spurs. Cleveland Cavaliers.
Although I couldn't see him going to the Western Conference, Jeff.
He's afraid. He's afraid to because he knows if he was in the West, he would never, ever win a championship unless he was on the right team. Give me none of that crap. I don't care what anybody says. You know what? Go ahead, Sean.
Actually, I want to before we
go ahead, Frank.
We do have some breaking news. There's been a lot of conflicting reports about Kenny Stabler and whether or not he passed away, and indeed he did. The NFL.com is now reporting that Kenny Stabler has died at the age of 69. Many sources are relaying a family statement in which he died yesterday as a result of complications with colon cancer. Kenny Stabler has passed away at the age of 69.
He's still a better quarterback than Tony Romo.
Where's the Stabler has a Super Bowl ring.
Exactly right.
And Romo has 2 playoff wins, and I'm going to put him on my Fox Sports article.
Screw you, Fox. On that note, we're getting a flock out of here. I want to thank everybody very much for hanging out with us tonight. We had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. For Josh Lopez, Frank Sprankle, Sean Mann, I'm Jeff Escow. This has been Sports World Radio. Remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable.
Amen.
Peace out, everybody. We will see you tomorrow.
Later.
Shut up, Skip.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, kid. So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over. See you next time.
Next time? When's that?
Pretty soon. Don't worry.
Pretty soon? How long is that?
In a little while, man.
Goodbye, folks. Goodbye, folks.